So it's that time of the year again. Time when a new shooter tries to bring itself on the field to see what it can do. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth about this game to the best of my ability. What I'm going to tell you is going to be my opinion, and you may or may not agree with it, and that's fine. If you don't agree with me, that's just fine. I suggest you try this game out for yourself and see what you actually think before you jump to any sort of conclusions. So, this is Medal of Honor Warfighter. It's supposed to be coming out later this month, I think October 23rd. I have this game on pre-order. And I wanted to play the beta to see what I'm getting, because it looked pretty good from the previews. But here's the truth about it. This is my assessment as far as I'm concerned about the game. It's a good game. Probably the biggest problem with it is the fact that it's fun, and you're going to want to play it. And I had a lot of fun playing this game. A whole lot of fun. I enjoyed it thoroughly. But the fact of the matter is, it really isn't worth buying. And the problem is the environment it's in. It's not a bad game. And it would have been great, say 2008, 2009. Because it's not a bad game. I put up a whole entire gameplay right here because I wanted to talk a little bit about this. So bear with me. The game's fun and enjoyable, and it's done a lot of great things. Some of the things I like, first off, are the team mechanics. You have this like 2-man fire team, and this guy's your buddy. And I like that. If a guy kills your buddy, you get to you see the guy, he's lit up, you know where he is, and you can take him out. This buddy mechanic is real smart, and I think it's a good innovation for shooters in general. Also, your buddy can resupply and heal you, which is also a good thing, especially if you have a competent buddy. Problem with the buddy system is everybody has it. Alright, it's cool for you, and it's also cool for the enemy. So you kill somebody, you need to be ready for that buddy to come around the corner. Also, another problem is you just might not get a buddy, and you can't just join somebody else's squad. You can't have a 3-man buddy team. Doesn't work that way. So if you get left the odd man out, that shit just happens. You're just fucked. Oh well. One of the big problems for me about this game is you can't change the controller. It has a couple of pre-made control setups for you. It has one that mimics Halo. It has one that mimics Rainbow Six. It has one that mimics Battlefield. But the fact of the matter is, you need to be able to change the controller to something you actually like to use. One of the big problems with the guys who made this game is it seems that they're learning from the past mistakes of their game. And they really need to be learning from their competition. They need to be learning from the mistakes of Battlefield and Call of Duty. And all in all, I heard another commentator say this is Battlefield's shitty little sister. It's kind of true. A lot of people saying that this game is fast-paced. No, it's not. Fast-paced is the fastest way to get yourself killed. You and your buddy. You want to play this game kind of slow. And this game is honestly really kind of campy. Maybe it's just because of this game mode, but, you know, you're going to run into a lot of people just sitting in corners waiting. Because a lot of times you don't know what's going on. You don't know where people are going to spawn between objectives. Like, it'll be like potential objective for a long time. You have no idea where people are going to spawn. Once there is an objective, there actually is a chance to spawn trap based on whether you're defending or attacking. But not always. I mean, people kind of spawn. Some are fucking everywhere around here. But if there is an objective, you kind of know where they're coming from so you can defend and fight. Another thing with spawning is you're constantly pushing against an objective, so you'll be pushing against guys coming from a certain way, but when the objective's gone, they could just be spawning in your spawn all of a sudden, or they could be spawning to your flank, and you just never know where they're going to be coming from sometimes. It's like Rush, except instead of rushing along a long stretch of a map where you attack several bombs, the bomb moves around the map, and you clash against each other from there, and you know, you really don't always know where they're spawning, so you might want to watch where your team is spawning from. This game has spotting, something I always want to see in a type of Call of Duty like shooter, but it isn't really worth shit. The melee's kind of weird in the game. Yeah, the melee's weird. I find myself hitting guys one time and nothing happens, and then I'll find myself shooting a guy and he hits me one time and just completely owns me while I'm firing a rifle into his chest. And then sometimes I'll just roll up on a guy, hit him one time, the tomahawk kills him. I don't know. This game does have a learning curve like every game. You have to practice with it to really learn it. But you won't just hop on it right away and learn anything. You know, I was able to do pretty well. Getting the streaks isn't too difficult, which is a pretty good thing. Everybody has the same final streak, which is kind of stupid. You spawn into the game with no gun. This game, like I said, this game hasn't learned too much from the competition, so it has a lot of the problems other games either have now or have fixed. Like, for example, it ignores button presses like crazy. You'll be pressing buttons like fire and nothing will happen. You'll be pressing reload 3 or 4 times every time you want to reload. The buddy system does have its faults. Sometimes I'm trying to spawn in a fallback spawn because my buddy's an idiot and I don't want to be anywhere near him. And it kind of automatically forces you to spawn. Even in the beginning of the game, when you're setting up your kit, it'll just spawn you in the game like, fuck you. I don't like that. I would like to choose when to spawn like I do in every other game, like Battlefield, Call of Duty. Well, Call of Duty does have a countdown where if you take too long, it'll spawn you in. But, yeah, this one kind of just puts you in, like, sometimes I'll be trying to choose fallback spawn, or my last spawn was a fallback spawn. When I spawn in again, they'll just be like, buddy, and I'm spawning in some fucking bullshit that my buddy did something stupid that I don't know what's going on. You're gonna run into a lot of people just laying prone. They're just gonna be laying prone and waiting on you. It's one of the best ways to play. Yeah, unnoticed spawn flip is kind of stupid. And one more thing, this is not a beta. This is a demo. All right. This is a demo of what's to come in 2 weeks. Alright, this is very poorly done. Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 had betas. Alright, that game came out in November. They had a beta in June, and then another beta in September, so they could work out the kinks with their games. Listen, nothing's going to be worked out with this game. Whatever problems are here, and keep in mind that I'm only basing this off one map and one game type that I've been allowed to play. But whatever kinks are in here right now with their system, they aren't getting worked out. This shit is going to ship like this. It just says beta. This is not a beta. So, what I did was, took my pre-order money, and I said, fuck that. Gonna get Halo. This isn't a bad game. But it's up against people that are far, far beyond, and they should have learned better. They should know better by now. It's up against Black Ops 2, it's up against Halo 4, and Battlefield is still viable. Battlefield 3 is still fun as shit. So, you know, these guys should know better. And there's really no excuse for a lot of the mistakes they've made. I don't really like the unlock system, but it's something I can get used to, this whole thing where you unlock a soldier and you get guns, and honestly, and then they don't have a good gun variety. The guns kind of amount to like you unlock a soldier, you get a gun, and you get about a certain amount of guns, and then you start unlocking soldiers and just getting paint jobs. Every other game has a massive gun variety, and also you can't create your own kit. You get these soldiers, and they have what they have, and that's it. You don't get to put whatever pistol you want on your guy. You don't get to put whatever rifle you want. I mean, you get some rifles per guy, you know, different rifles, but honestly, they don't differ much. They all do about the same damage, and that's no lie. Guns start off with optics that you just don't want. Alright, I like games where guns start off naked, and I can learn how to use the gun, work my way up, and see what optic I want. I don't like the fact that half of these guns just start off with a 4x optic. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what I'm doing with the gun. You can't just give me a 4x or 8x optic and expect me to just hop in. Like, no, bitch, I need to get my bearings with this gun before I just start throwing optics on. So I don't like that. Some guns start off with suppressors, and you don't know what you're getting. You're unlocking these soldiers, and you don't know what the fuck you're getting out of these guys, and they just have these gun rigs that I don't like. I understand, you know, you have the pre-kits, the pre-made kits for, like, you know, beginners who haven't leveled up yet. But, you know, I want a naked gun. I want to be able to build it the way I want it. You know, if I need an optic, I want to be able to put it up there. Not all these maps require, you know, optics and suppressors. They got bad timing on this release. Like, that was a dumb move to release this shit in October. They should have released this in June. People would have actually bought it and played it. Yeah, the weapons have slow reloads, have slow switch times. Honestly, this game isn't worth $60. Like, this game should have been released in June for $45. It would have sold like hotcakes. There's no real weapon variation, like I said before. Guns just a bunch of paint jobs, and the guns are weak. Every gun in this game pretty much does about the same as a pistol. You can pull out the fully automatic pistol that the sniper has and own, just like an assault rifle. I mean, really, the guns are weak as shit. You're gonna find yourself putting 8 or 9 shots in guys. That just could be connection, but I do find myself putting 6 or 7 shots in a guy and he gets away. Then I have to chase him down and put another 2 in him. And then the best thing to do is really just catch a guy off guard. Catch him in the open, hit him up, you know, catch him in a position where he can't escape. Grenades don't, even though you sometimes throw grenades on a guy, sometimes you get a hit marker, sometimes you get a kill. It's very inconsistent. Same thing with the gun damage is very inconsistent. If you find a good gun in this game, don't ever put it down. You find a strong one, don't ever put it down, because you'll find yourself putting 8 or 9 shots in the guy and getting hit markers. And his buddy will come up and heal him, then you got problems. This game finds, it kind of leaves you asking too many questions, like, where'd this guy come from? How'd all these people get here? Why is he not dying while I'm shooting him? I just got a headshot, nothing's happening. You'll find yourself being surrounded a lot, and I don't know, that just sucks, but, you know, that doesn't take away from the fun factor. You know, it kind of promotes you wanting to try to get better, but you try to get better, but, you know, the game system kind of still fuck you. So, it's a bad idea to play aggressive, but, no, like I said, the game is fun. That's his main downfall, it's fun. It's fun to play, but it's just not that good of a game. The menus are bad. The way you have to select and set up your character sucks. You have no idea how to unlock shit. Luckily for you, this thing comes with battle log. You know, its battle log is miles ahead of COD Elite, and it's you know, freer than COD Elite. Other than that, you have no idea how to unlock things. You have no idea what you're shooting for. You know, you just don't know. Yeah, that's about it. Spawning into the game with no gun in your hand isn't cool. You just spawn into the game unarmed. You don't know what's going to happen. A lot of lack of information, and a lot of lack of information on the developer's part for not seeing who they were up against and learning from their mistakes. All you really had to do was find out what Call of Duty and Battlefield were fucking up and make sure you didn't do it. But, I don't know, they just decided not to do that. And that's just a demerit on their part. Also, the grenade indicator sucks. I mean, it just sucks. But, it's a fun game. If you want it, buy it. You might like it. I liked it. I enjoyed playing it. I don't advise you to play aggressive. I advise you to play a little more conservative. But, like I said, it's a fun game. And also, this map has an out-of-map glitch that I'll show, like, in a later video or something. But, yeah, this is a fun game. You'll enjoy it, and you'll get better at it. And if you get a comprehensive team, you'll be able to just rape people. But the fact of the matter is, the kill streaks are kind of lackluster. They're really not that strong for what you got to do to get them. And I think you can boost. I think you can just constantly resupply your buddy and get 10 points. Like, you can just constantly have your buddy empty a mag, resupply him, get 10 points. I think you can boost the kill streaks that way. I don't know. I haven't tried it. But that's my take on the game. Remember, this is my opinion. And as always, if you like this commentary, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't, give it a thumbs down. And give me your opinion in the comments. I'll catch you motherfuckers later.